Quarter marshal help on the front there. Reynolds goes off track. So an early mistake for him means he's got work to do, and that puts your A1 winner out in front in prime position. But Tyrell Wilkinson right now in the 2, trying to make sure this thing goes to a third A main. And don't count out Thomas yet. We saw some big moves for him in open buggy. And with a last second pass as well. As your leaders work their way into that wall ride, going into that back right section of the track now. Coming down into the rhythm section. Looks like Tyrell's going to have it now. Mark Starling somewhere upside down on that back section of the track. So we have a new leader, Tyrell Wilkinson, in that top spot now out in front. Over the wall ride, Thomas Reynolds back to the 2 now. Tyrell running that techno. Out in front, Reynolds, the HB Racing buggy, and the associated of Starling, your top 3 buggies now as they go over that tabletop. So good tire racing up there in the front 5 with 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Your leader comes across the line right now, working to the infield. Oh, little clip of the pipe there. Thomas trying to catch him. Looks like Gavelin, then Shepard. And then Mark jumps off track again. So Mark going the wrong direction here. From the 2 now down to the 6th position. As your leaders go by, Thomas Reynolds now your new leader in that red, blue, and white buggy. Heading into the tabletop he goes. Back into the wall ride. Tyrell right behind him, trying to catch and put the pressure on him just a little on that right-hand side as they come into the rhythm. Yet once again here. Oh, Thomas way wide there. Maybe a little bit of a throttle out. Buggy didn't just quite turn. Lifted that front end ever so slightly. Tyrell back to the top spot now. Thomas putting the pressure back on him. So your leaders come across the loop right there. Thank you, Aaron. As they come to that little staircase, they have kind of pulled away from Greg just a little bit now. It's almost up to about 4 seconds, but Greg, if he can hang tight, if those top 2 should tangle, he'll be in prime position. Oh, Thomas jumps off track there. So
2 minutes left.
Oh, no. There's a wheel off a buggy that appears to be Aaron's buggy without a wheel now. So it's Tyrell, Thomas, Craig, Greg, and Mark, your top 5. Dave, Cole, Richard, Allen, and Evan, your top 10. Aaron and Frank, your top 12 here in this one with 1:30 to go. Starling has climbed back into a top 5, but Craig Shepard moves into a top 3 now ahead of Greg. As your 2 leaders come across the loop right now. Shepard shorts the triple a little bit, but able to drive out of it. Greg putting the pressure, trying to put the pressure on Craig.
1 minute left.
Final minute of this one. Now Tyrell jumps off track there in the back, so Thomas Reynolds goes by now, so 1 and 2 battled in the infield. Wilkinson rolls it over, gives Thomas big break now And now Tyrell's going to have to deal with Craig and Greg weaving in and out, battling right behind him. Oh, Craig Shepard shorts that double on the right-hand side of the track. And so Mark will go by for the 4 now with 15 seconds to go on the master clock. So your top 2 might get by for one more. It's going to be close. There goes Thomas getting by right there. And Tyrell does as well. Greg will get caught at the line on a 6 flat. So now it's just to Thomas and Tyrell, and it doesn't look to be close now with just a couple more corners to go here for your leader and winner of A main number 2, and that will be Thomas Reynolds. And as Tyrell finishes up here to close us out, back on the loop, please, back on the loop. And that is a race. So Thomas, Tyrell, Greg, Mark, Craig, your top 5. Cole, Richard, Dave, Alan, and Evan, your top 10. Aaron and Frank, the rest of that running order. So race 25, I'll need you back to corner.